Congratulations on the success of this movie, first of all.
Thank you.
And you've done a lot of performance capture roles now. Can you tell me how it's different from any other role?
There is no difference whatsoever.
No?
No, everybody assumes that it's a technology that drives you to act in a different way, but it's not. You're creating a character as an actor, and it just happens to be a technology that is another set of cameras. So we think of it just like another set of cameras. We have film cameras which are shooting us, but we also have motion capture cameras which are picking up all of the information physically and facially, and so it's no different to putting on makeup and a costume and playing a role.
Okay.
It's just having that done after the fact.
And do you think that's hard for people to understand still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemingly. I mean, it won't be forever, I don't think. But it's still, no matter how much you try and explain, it's people have a hard time, really. And the simplest thing to really say is that when we're on set, as an actor, you're not doing anything different than you would if you were playing any other live action character. You're interacting with other actors. The director is directing you as he would, a person in a costume and makeup.
Yeah.
The actor is then, when the scene is shot, it's in the can, it's being edited. The director is looking at the actor's performance, not the visual effects, not Caesar how he's finally rendered, but the act. My case, my face is on the screen, and Matt is the director is cutting with that to create the drama. So it's really only in the latter stages, really towards the end of post-production, when you see the actual face of the ape coming on. So I think there are ways of explaining it. Obviously, behind the scenes footage and seeing side-by-side images of scenes being played out, which is actually what we have on the DVD. There is some great not deleted scenes, some explanatory scenes that you see in the movie, and then you see side-by-sides the whole scene, and things like that help to explain it.
Yeah. So when do you think the Academy Awards will recognize a performance capture role as just any other role?
Well, I would hope that with all the awarding bodies over the course of the next few years, that people are going to start to realise it's what is it really begs the question, what is acting? I mean, acting is not a sort of directing and movie making is a filmmaker's medium. It's not really an actor's medium. Theatre is an actor's medium. You're in complete control of the character and how you present yourself from A to Z. In a movie, as an actor, you're enhanced in so many different ways. So acting on screen, how do you define that? So I don't see it as any difference, there being any difference at all, as I say, to a creation of a character on screen. Or if you take, for an example, a character that is heavily made up in makeup that disguises the actor completely, like John Hurt playing Elephant Man, or in fact Gary Oldman playing Churchill. I don't think there's any difference between something like that and playing a character using performance capture technology, where the digital makeup is created after the fact.
Okay.
I think that is becoming accepted now.
Yeah. Do you ever get too engaged in your characters and find yourself acting as one of your characters in everyday life?
How can I put this? There are moments when, like, if you've been playing a character like Caesar for months and months and months, that you've formed a physicality for that role, and I do, and I have found myself, picking up glasses, like to have a drink in a particular way, or getting up, leaning on something to get on the edge of a chair to get up, like using my knuckles, and I think, oh, why am I doing that? So yes, sometimes.
Yeah.
I hopefully don't go home and start growling at my children. Well, I do that anyway, but.
Okay. And out of all the characters that you played now, which ones do you think would get along the best?
That's interesting. Let me think. Well, Gollum would get on really well with Smeagol. Actually, no, they would get on terribly. In fact, they don't get on very well at all.
Okay.
Caesar would probably... he'd probably get on quite well with Captain Haddock, actually.
Yeah? Why is that?
Well, I think that Caesar would be able to counsel Captain Haddock, because Caesar's very good at looking after people and taking care and being able to see their point of view. And I think I think you'd be able to see Haddock through his dark times.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.